I heard the craziest thing on an elevator the other day, and I thought of you. Here's the story. I stepped onto an elevator at the airport, and 3 people followed in behind me, a young woman and 2 young men. The door closed, and the woman turned to her friends and asked, "Do you know where my parents are right now?" The guys shook their heads. "They're at a burial," she continued. "Burial service for my grandfather's friend who died at Pearl Harbor. They just found the body, and they're going to pay their respects to good old Uncle Mike." 1 floor later, the doors opened and the trio stepped off, leaving me alone in the elevator. I admit, I almost jumped out after them, but the heavy steel doors slammed shut, mocking both my curiosity and my hesitation. But I wanted to hear the rest of that story. Now, you've probably heard the debate. For decades, sales and marketing experts have been trying to solve the great elevator pitch conundrum: how to deliver enough information and create enough intrigue that if all you had was a 1-floor elevator journey with a prospect, they would want to learn more. Problem solved. I mean, certainly these travelers weren't trying to sell anything, but that's exactly the point. Their elevator pitch wasn't a pitch at all. It was a story, which made me think that's probably what all pitches should be. If you've ever struggled with the dreaded elevator pitch, here are 3 simple steps to solve that mystery and make the pitch something people would actually want to hear. First, the story needs a sense of wonder, intrigue, or mystery. World War II, Pearl Harbor, and finding the remains of a forgotten soldier decades later is heavy on intrigue. But your pitch can tap into the same element of disbelief. Did you stumble upon a solution you couldn't believe actually existed and then built a company? Tell that story. Or did you or someone you know encounter a problem you couldn't believe didn't have a solution? Tell that story. And if, after 30 seconds, it's time to exit the elevator, at least you'll leave the listener with a mystery they'll want to investigate, and when they do, they'll find you. Second, leave out the information. Yes, almost all of it. Now, it'll be difficult to resist mentioning the features of your product or the year-over-year revenue growth, but resist you must. All of those facts and pieces of information are completely forgettable. If you only have a few moments with someone, use it on a story they'll remember. Last, disconnect from the outcome and let the story do its job. What if Jesus had told the story of not hiding your light under a bushel and then asked listeners for a bulk order of candles? Or if Martin Luther King told the world about the dream he had had and then asked people to please leave their business cards in a bowl at the back of the mall? Spend time developing a story compelling enough that you don't even need a call to action. Now, I arrived home from the airport that evening and told my husband the story of the best elevator pitch ever, and admitted to almost losing a limb in the elevator shaft trying to chase them down to hear the rest. Together, he and I Googled Mike Pearl Harbor body found and read about the new DNA testing that meant families could finally lay their loved ones to rest. Indeed, there had been a service that day, the one the young woman's parents were likely attending. I hope this helps the next time you have to explain what you do and the amount of time it would take to ride from 1 floor to another in an elevator. Tell your story. That's all for now. Until next time.